Do you know that buildings can dance, embrace, and even tell stories? Today I am taking you on a whimsical journey to Prague to meet the one and only dancing house. I'm Olga, your enthusiastic tour guide from the resilient Ukraine. Because of the ongoing war in my homeland, I'm a refugee in this mesmerizing city of Prague. Every challenge brings the hidden opportunity, and I'm using this opportunity to show you on my channel the breathtaking views of this captivating city. Subscribe to my channel not to miss my live streams and adventures. Meet Fred and Ginger. If you are a lover of architecture, you have one more reason to visit Prague. Meet a jewel of avant-garde style, built in deconstructivism manner. This is Dancing House. Imagine two towers in an eternal dance that is never ending, and they are always embracing each other. This is the essence of the Dancing House in Prague. It also known as Fred and Ginger House. So why such a strange name? Because this architectural marvel pays tribute to the legendary dancers Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers. The building shows the contrast between the static and the dynamic. There are two blocks, and they actually make up the building, and they give the impression that it's not actually a building but a pair of dancers. A couple of dancers. The architect Frank Gehry named it Fred and Ginger. Ginger Tower is made of graceful glass. It's like a dancer in her mid-step, leaning toward her partner. And Fred's tower is solid and stand strong. This extraordinary building was built in 1996 by the ingenious architects Frank Gehry and Vlado Milonic. Frank Gehry is famous for his unconventional and striking designs, and the dancing house is no exception. It's like the dance captured in concrete and glass. A special location. Dancing house has a story to tell, because the building is situated close to the riverfront, and the house was standing here, and it was destroyed during the Allies bombing in 1945. The Allies made a mistake. It was foggy day, and they thought that it was Dresden, not Prague. So for 15 years, the spot remained vacant, just the ruined building was standing here, until the famous architect presented the idea to Václav Havel, who became the president of Czechoslovakia. Havel lived in the next building, and he was a supporter of avant-garde architecture, and he wanted to change the appearance of the city, so he gave the project the green light. If you cross the road and come close to the embankment, you will see this house just next to the dancing house. It was built in 1905 by Václav Havel, the grandfather of the former president. And it is the place where he was born, where he spent most of his life. And in fact, he loved it so much that even after he became a president, he chose to stay here at home instead of moving to the Prague castle. He lived here for 43 years, and there is also a simple memorial plaque honoring Václav Havel, which says, "I lived here too, Václav Havel." It's a touching reminder of his roots. A splash of modernity. Imagine Prague in early 1990s, just after the Berlin Wall fell. The city wanted to showcase its new, vibrant face to the world, so they called the star architect Frank Gehry himself. Frank Gehry was invited here to create the building that would turn heads, and he wanted to apply his controversial and typical manner, his style, which is called deconstructivism. Somehow the building conquered the public space. Everything here is shaking and moving. It's so vibrant. Actually, this is what deconstructivism is about. The rest of the neighborhood is so juicy and vibrant as well. We are surrounded by the beautiful Art Nouveau houses, but somehow dancing house just blends into the context in its own way. When it was built in 1996, it changed the whole appearance of the area. Prague's dancing house became the absolute revelation and surprise because it is built among the harmonious traditional 18th, 19th neoclassical architecture. Frank Gehry was innovative, and he is really unconventional genius of his time. His buildings are always striking. They draw attention to the setting where they are located. Probably you remember the Guggenheim Museum in Bilbao. All Frank Gehry buildings have this sense of fluidity and movement and constant transformation. Of course, not everyone was thrilled about this avant-garde edition. Some people had more traditional views and they were critical. They worried that building this dancing house could disrupt the harmony of their historical district. But in reality, the dancing house became this bridge between the tradition and the modernity, and it proved the fact that modern architecture can indeed attract. The magic of materials. The materials used in this construction are like the symphony of colors. The green of the glass, the gray of the concrete, and the silver of the steel. Together they create this mesmerizing visual effect. The building is topped by the cupola, and it is made with a large twisted metal structure. From afar it looks like the oversized huge stork's nest. Why this shape of the cupola? Because it's similar to the onion-shaped cupolas, which is actually the typical feature of Prague's buildings. You can see them if you are walking, you can see these onion-shaped cupolas everywhere. Deconstructive delight. Dancing house is a prime example of the deconstructivist architecture, which means it is not a mistake. It was built deliberately, so unconventional. It's not about challenging the norms and making you see the world differently. There are 99 unique concrete panels that are holding this dancing beauty. Each of the concrete panel was designed in a specific and unique way for the special order, and they are different shape and dimensions, so it's kind of a puzzle. There is another puzzle, a puzzle of windows. One fun feature of the house is the windows. They are strategically placed and they're making it a challenge to count the floors because they are not in in one line. It was an attempt by the architect to create the three-dimensional effect. That is why the windows are placed in such a way that it is difficult to find out how many floors are there in the building. So it's a part of the design to keep you guessing and intrigued. Actually, the building has got 9 floors and 2 floors are underground. A tale of 4 years. The building was designed in 1992 and it took 4 years to complete this construction. Prague is known for its mesmerizing architecture, Gothic, Baroque, Art Nouveau designs, and this architectural gem was like a breath of fresh air. It faced a lot of criticism from some people. They even called it not a dancing house but a drunk house. But now tourists come here like the bees to the honey, and they're striking poses on this on the front of this beautiful building, pretending they're holding this quirky structure, just like they are doing with the Leaning Tower of Pisa. It also could be a place to stay and dine, because inside the dancing house there is a hotel, and if you are adventurous you can actually sleep there. And if you want the romantic dinner, or romantic experience, you can just head up to the top, and there you will find the famous restaurant. Imagine having a dinner with mesmerizing views of the beautiful Prague riverfront and the stork's nest as a cupola. The views are stunning from the dancing house. They usually go both ways of Vltava River. I just made an effort and climbed that iconic rooftop of the dancing house, and you have to buy a drink for 100 crowns, or you just pay 100 crowns and you don't have a drink. So this is my prosecco, and I'm going to show you the beautiful kind of stork's nest in close-up. You can see this huge ball is just behind me, and it's made of I think stainless steel. When you are standing close to it, it's really huge, very airy, and you can touch it. There are so many people on the rooftop. I think that is one of the most beautiful rooftops in Prague. Usually you can climb these medieval towers where they used to store the grain or use them as the watching towers, because the city had a lot of fires in the medieval era. But this is something modern. This amazing rooftop with the whole building brings something fresh to the city. Very beautiful, unusual, futuristic, the symbol of deconstructivism. This is the rooftop. And I would like also to show you the gorgeous view that is just behind me. The Charles Bridge is over there if you go straight. So this is Joffin Island with the small palace. The next one is the Streletsky Island, where they usually have wine festivals. So these two islands is the places where they have different outdoor parties. And it's a little bit gloomy now. Today is the 22nd of September, my birthday. I have another reason to celebrate it and another reason to climb this beautiful iconic building. So you have this beautiful row of the 19th century houses, and this beautiful street, Art Nouveau street, will take you straight to the Opera House, which has the green long roof, and then to Charles Bridge. So it will be a nice walk along the riverfront, and along the way you will see a lot of cafes and restaurants. In summer you can hire the paddle boat. This is how the rooftop of the dancing house looks like. So the rain started even harder, and I decided to walk around because all the people left. You see this, just my lonely prosecco standing on the table with my umbrella, and I decided to walk around because usually it's all covered by the people. They are sitting, they are standing, and it's all free, like all for me on my birthday. There is a special sense, feeling when I'm here, because it looks like I'm in Paris. I mean that rain really suits the city. It makes it special, especially when you have a home to stay. That is rainy Prague, calm Vltava River, a little bit, like you can see ripples on the ground. Very gray sky. It means that autumn is here. I could say that summer was very short in Prague, not so many hot, dry days. Even during the summer season, there are rains in Prague, and you have to have an umbrella with you. Look at these amazing houses. Václav Havel used to live there. And this is this giant net Inside you can see the sparkling lights of the restaurant. Wiser people are staying inside and I'm walking outside with you. Some people might say that the dancing house is clashing with the surrounding, and I don't notice the absence of harmony here because this building is like a strange dance partner that adds a flair to the ballroom, and it makes your whole experience of visiting Prague so unforgettable. In a nutshell, if there is one building that puts Prague on avant-garde architecture map, this is the dancing house. It's a symbol of shifting, whimsical, unexpected beauty, and it's standing as the bridge between the classical and modern architectural world of Prague. So if you're here, don't miss the opportunity to dance with Fred and Ginger at the dancing house, because it's a story, a work of art, and the celebration of architectural creativity. Hit subscribe and like buttons to unlock the incredible adventures in Prague. Join my epic tales and endless charm of this beautiful city. Here is the warning. Joining our kind community will lead to unexpected live streams and joyful daydreaming. Thank you so much for the tips on Buy Me a Coffee. They are incredibly valuable and they help me to survive during the war in my beautiful Ukraine. And I'm so glad that I have you, my dear viewers. Thank you and bye.